You're listening to the Open Books Podcast.
Your next chapter starts now. This podcast is brought to you by Q&A Network.
Colby, you know being a mom is a full-time job and glam time is rare.
Right? That's why I love Virgo Beauty Studio. They give me time and make me look like I got 8 hours of sleep the night before.
Their energy is calm and warm, and they get what busy women need, especially moms.
So whether you're a mom, a boss, or both, book some beauty time at virgobeautystudio.com.
Welcome back to the Open Books Podcast. Today's not just any episode. Colby and I are back for another hot off the shelf. This one's going to be packed with some plot twists, some cruise ship nightmares, and even a Bieber comeback. We've got it all.
I love that. A Bieber comeback. We have not had one of these episodes where we haven't talked about Justin Bieber.
We're kind of obsessed.
We're kind of upset. We are obsessed.
We're kind of upset.
This one is bringing it full circle because kind of like everything we've talked about him is like leading up to this
Has
moment.
been leading to this moment.
Yes. It's like all meant to be.
Have a thought.
I'm ready to hear it. Okay. Got it. Well, let's just get into it because there are 4 really big topics and we like to yap.
Things to say. So we're going to go back to the villa. It all comes back to the villa. So Love Island USA season 7. Did it flop?
Did it flop? Flop or not?
We're going back to the villa. What's left of it? Love Island USA season 7 had some major shoes to fill after season 6 turned, some average people into icons. Actually,
it really did.
Side note, today, July 13th?
Yeah.
The new Love Island spinoff.
Oh, it came out
today. Yeah.
Well, maybe our next
What
hot
is
off the
it?
shelf
Life
will talk.
After the Villa.
Life Beyond the Villa.
Yes, thank you. That's it.
Something like that.
So I'm excited because that kind of goes back to our
roots.
Our roots with
well,
Love
we
Island
can definitely
USA.
recap that on the next hot off
For
the shelf.
sure. So this new season, I don't know. Was it giving us what it needed to give us? Are we asking it like, please just stop? Let's put a fork in it because we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kind of like go through some of the things since the last episode. So let's just start with did it flop?
Okay, kind of, yes.
Yes.
The last time we were here and we did our Love Island episode, I think we had like really high energy and high hopes for the season because, and it sounds silly, like it's just TV. However, when a show is this big, it's like a very like cultural moment, like Jersey Shore. Like that was like a moment in time, and that's what last season of US was. So I think it was like a lot of build up to it, and we had high hopes.
We did.
It's just so heavily produced this season. I think because they really wanted to live up to that momentum that came very naturally with season 6, that it just felt very unnatural in season 7. And since the last time we've talked, so much has happened. I mean, at least 15 more episodes have come out. So
it's hard to keep up with.
It is. It's hard to keep up with
in the podcast world because so much is happening so fast.
And so much changes. And that's also what's hard to talk about the show on social media because you could feel one way the night of the one episode and the next episode you could feel completely different because so many things happen, so many things change. And you also have to remember that we're seeing 1 hour out of their 24 hours.
Right.
So it's really, it's tough to talk about because your decisions change. So, I mean, your opinions change so much. But as far as did it flop, in comparison to season 6, yes. I think it's due to a lot of things. But it just wasn't like a magic cast that just meshed well together. And it was so produced that it just didn't give.
Wait, producer floppage is like
producer
what
floppage.
I've been seeing on TikTok.
Wait, I've never seen that term.
I don't know if floppage was on there.
I
might have just added a little flair on floppage, but like the producer side of it, the producer side of like adding to the flop, just like edits in general. So I don't know if you saw this. We probably shared this back and forth, but some of the conversations between cast members, Islanders, the way that the producers were editing it, like Clark would be in one bathing suit and in the same conversation or what was supposed to be the same conversation, she's now in a different color bathing suit, but it's the same day.
I've seen that.
What has happened? I know people were like, what? Like, this isn't even a real conversation that Clark and Taylor were having.
And it makes it very hard to trust the show at that point because we're like,
they're manipulating it to be what they want it to be.
And we're forming opinions based off of what we see. And it's like, we don't even know if what we're seeing is true. And that's just why it's so heavily produced. I started watching. Have you ever watched Unreal? It's on Netflix. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
I started just because I was curious because I saw a lot of people in the comments be like, you guys, this is how reality TV is. And we know that. We know it's produced. But I was interested to see like how the show presented it. And It's just crazy. It's like a parody of The Bachelor, I guess, or it's based off of what The Bachelor is and how it's produced. And it's insane to see what producers do behind the scenes to manipulate conversations, to manipulate feelings, to chop things. And they would get this one girl to say something and they'd be like, oh, put it with that conversation. So it looks like she's responding to something else. So you just have to keep that in mind.
Well, this is like not off topic, but did you ever watch the Jerry Springer documentary?
No.
The producers, in the interviews in the documentary, they said like it was their job to hype up the people that came on the show to like get them to fight, because if they fought, that fighting got them more views, but it was their job to like antagonize them.
Wow, that's scary and also kind of sad.
It is sad,
but it's like sad what people will do on the backside to make a good show. And I guess you sign up for it. You know that when you're going on to these shows that you could be portrayed one way that you might not actually feel like you're,
well, that's
acting.
why they say I'm getting a bad edit, because you could be a great person and you still get a bad edit.
I know, and it's hard because it's like, is it a bad edit or is it just you did say these things, but it's like if they're chopping it in a way to make it look like you're responding to something else, you don't know what you can trust. And it was a producer floppage this season because it was so heavily manipulated, and I think they wanted it to be this magic that now we're down to the finale, literally about to happen tonight. The finale's happening, and by the time you guys are listening to this, we'll know the winner. But at this point, there's no like solid couples. I mean, there's solid characters that I care about, but I don't really care who wins. Whereas last season, it was like you loved Janae and Kenny and Leah and Miguel and Serena and Cordell. It was like every single one of them, you just like, oh my God. And guess what?
Like, who's going to win?
Who's going to win? You love them all, and they're all still together. Like, it really was a magical season. And like you had mentioned that it produced like icons. Like Leah Kateb is one of the biggest people in the US right now.
She's like creating her own like empire, brands. I think she's working on like a fragrance, maybe I saw.
Yeah. And she came out with brand deals with Google. Like these, that's why it sometimes feels silly. Like people who don't understand Love Island, like my husband, Matt, like he'll come in, why are you watching it? It's like, well, I'm like, it's a cultural thing though. Like everyone's talking about it. It's like Jersey Shore.
It feels good to be so united with your country.
Your fellow Americans.
Yeah.
But yeah, like people like Leah Kateb come out with these huge brand deals that it's almost like impossible to find people who don't want to emulate that. Mm-hmm. So they come on this season like, I want to be the next Leah Kateb. And if you don't get that organically, it's very obvious.
Okay, so I'm so glad you said that. So we have to talk about Nick and Andrea making their way back together, but also so many cast members knowing each other before going to the island.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
It bothers me deeply. Because, and we talked about this in the last episode, and it turns out we were right. We talked about the rumors that Ace and Shelley had known each other more than what they were giving, and it's not their fault. They were both casted on the show. They're not going to say no. But it turns out that not only did they know each other, they knew multiple people. Nick and Jeremiah had worked together before in their modeling careers. I mean, I guess they just like took it from this like cesspool of people, which is something I did hear that I find interesting. And if anyone knows anything about how like reality TV casting works, let us know. But something I heard is that like producers of big reality shows, they kind of have this like cast pool of people, or
like they just like throw a net out.
Yes, and that they kind of all have their names circulating, and they've talked to different people about different shows. And they kind of all live in this pool, and it's like, okay, we're ready for this person now.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so
well, if that's the case, then that would explain some of, because Andrina, Shelley, Amaya all knew each other.
Yeah, and it's like if you're choosing from a pool of LA influencers, like, is it that crazy that they know each other? Not really. I just find the show to be way more interesting when you get more people who don't live in this world of influencing when they come on the show and they want fame. And I don't blame them. Who wouldn't want fame? If I go into Love Island, I want to come out with 2 million followers, just like Leah Kateb did. Yep. Like, it's the name of the game, but it definitely takes you out of it a little bit, like breaks the fourth wall. It's like, I'm just watching influencers who already know each other.
Influencers in the wild, but not really the wild.
Exactly. Or produced wild. So Nick and Andrea.
Yes.
That is propaganda I am falling for.
Me too.
You are?
I am. I like them.
I love
as a couple.
You would love it.
It makes sense to me.
And so
I'll stand on that.
stand on business. Another phrase that Love Island has just like ruined for me. Standing on business and crash outs. Like, why do you take these amazing phrases and overdo them so much?
And turn them into a challenge.
Yeah.
They don't need to be challenges.
No.
Stop. Also, the challenges they make no sense.
They're out of control at this point. Like, it's just for no reason. There's too many challenges.
Where's Snog, Marry, Pie?
No, right? But the Nick and Landria, I'm falling for the propaganda. I like fell for all the edits of them kind of like being subtly into each other even before any of this happened, especially Nick. Like, I feel like he simps over Landria, and I'm a simp for simps.
Simp for simps.
I love them. Yeah.
I love a simp.
I love like a lover boy, and that's what
Yes.
That's what Nick gives to Alandria. I think he is a lot different with her than he is with Sierra. Again, we only see what they want to show us. So they could have zero chemistry and they're just trying to make it look like, but I don't think you can really fake like their on-screen chemistry, especially for Nick. So the way it all happened was a bit of an eye roll, right? Like, it feels a little produced, the way that they both got kicked off and they had that moment in the getaway car, but I don't care. I fell for it. I was like,
one producer edit I will take.
Me too. I was like watching edits of them with the Taylor Swift. We were driving in the getaway car, and I was just like, yes.
And it's them like,
yeah, and they're like, he's running towards. She's like, get in, we're going. And it's Taylor Swift in the background, like, here for it. I hope they get married. Like, love them. So they're my winners, and that's just my opinion. I love Nick and Landria. I don't even care.
That's your winners.
I don't even care if it's fake. I like watching them on my screen.
I love it.
So you feel the same about Nick and Landria?
Yes, I do feel the same. I was here for it the first time.
Mm-hmm. And it was such a bummer when it was like, it flopped.
When it flopped, it felt fake.
Yeah.
But I still was like,
maybe there's
I
hope.
miss it. I think y'all are soulmates.
Mommy.
They were making soul ties.
They were. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where they go after the villa.
How are we? Let's talk about Huda's growth, maybe, and her accountability.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
We were pretty harsh on Huda on our last episode, based off of what we see on the internet. People get so mad at us for having opinions about Love Island, but that's what the show is for. It's meant to have like discourse.
God forbid girls have a podcast.
And they have opinions. And we love hearing other people's opinions. Like,
yes.
I'm happy to hear Huda's supporters out. Like, I think that they have valid takes sometimes. And like
the hood rats.
The hood rats, I get it. She's a human. And one thing I like about Huda is I don't think she's fake. I think she is who she is.
She's very real.
She's very real. And you can't say that about a lot of cast members. Mm-hmm. Like, she came on the show and she's not hiding who she is, and she's outwardly being that person. Does it mean we have to agree with like the way she handles things? No. But also it could be an edit. You just never know.
Yeah.
I've seen growth in Huda since the last time we talked. I think that I think she has a lot of work to do on herself outside of the villa. She seems like a little bit lost, and that's okay.
That's where I land on Huda.
I feel like a lot of where her problems with other people come in is her communication, because I feel like if I had to guess where her thought process is with that, I think she's a little bit traumatized from her first coupling with Jeremiah, where it was so in your face. It was so obvious. It was so like put on, and I don't know, it was really a lot.
Yeah. That
I think at this time she wants to scale back. And I think last time she was met with like punishment for being so big and in love with Jeremiah. So right away she was met with punishment. So now naturally she was a little bit scared of that happening again. So that's why she's trying to not be like that with Chris. But she didn't explain that.
She didn't.
I don't know if she even knows.
I feel like that's it. I mean, I guess we can't really say like that's it, but that seems like that's where she is struggling. Mm-hmm. And then where they were at family dinner and they were sharing their peaks and pits, highs and lows. Mm-hmm. And she had shared, this isn't verbatim, so this is kind of like the general takeaway. You know, she felt like her pit was the crash out. She felt like she didn't handle that well, which like accountability. Love that.
Yeah.
Her peak was, she said, like her time post Casa. And I think she was insinuating like her time with Chris.
Right.
And then Chris shared that his peaks, he was like, I have 2 peaks, no more than that. And it was playing basketball with the guys and seeing his family.
No, not a Huda in sight.
Not a Huda in sight. So I was kind of like, I did feel for her in that moment.
I had moments where I feel for her. That's a bummer.
Because I think like most of the people were saying like my connection, my bond, and she didn't get that.
No. And she should take that for what it is, you know, and just go be with her daughter, heal from this. She's got the most followers out of anybody. So no matter what type of crash out she had, no matter how much people disagreed with her behavior, she's coming out on top.
She's coming out on top. She's coming out with some
Serious.
some money because the Mami Mamacita is everywhere. So
Huge.
she's going to have to get that trademarked.
Wait.
It probably is already in the makings of getting it trademarked, like her team.
100%. Have you seen the AI Huda perfume ad? This company, y'all have to go look at this. This company has AI.
Stop.
You can go look at it on TikTok. It's ginormous. Millions of views. It's Huda. It looks just like her. She's like, y'all, you guys, my favorite perfume is this. And people have been buying this perfume and it's not her. Like, that's a lawsuit in itself. She needs to get her money from that. They're using her liking.
I saw the the perfume, like people reviewing it like, oh, this is why Huda smells so good. But I haven't seen the AI one. That's crazy.
It's an AI ad that is generating lots of sales. I'm like, she needs to get her coin when she comes out from that.
She sure does. Nuts. Okay, Pepe and his types.
His blondes.
He loves a blondie.
He loves a blondie. I love Pepe. He's definitely my fave boy on this whole season.
I love him.
I love him
so much. He is the best boy.
King energy. He's very respectful. He's very honest. It is funny that like he's been with 3 blondes the whole time. And Alandria said that
She's like to have a type.
She's like, he's got his little type. And poor Hannah. Like, I think she was really hoping that her and Pepe would reunite at the end of this, and maybe they will, but he seems to really like
him
Iris.
and Iris together.
Me too. They make sense.
The girls on the toast, Jackie and Claude,
our
girls, they were saying that Pepe, and you probably heard this too, like Pepe is the only, like he talks like a normal adult.
Yes.
He doesn't talk in
type shit. Like, Jeremiah, the only word Jeremiah would say sometimes is
shit.
like type shit. It's like speak language.
He actually has like conversation. I was like, oh, he actually does. It didn't register at the time, but yes, he's not saying things like crash out.
Yes, exactly.
He doesn't talk like us.
Yeah, right. He doesn't speak TikTok like we do.
We just speak in brain rot.
But yeah, and he asks like valid questions. He's very caring. He's very honest. He was not afraid to swerve girls like Andrina, one of the most beautiful people you've ever seen. He swerved Huda, Andrina, Grayson. Andrina's like, I think we should get to know each other. He's like, respectfully no. Yeah. But he was very respectful.
But we love that.
We love that. Yeah, be honest and be real. And I'm excited to see what they do outside the villa too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see who the winners are the next time we're on Hot Off the Shelf. I guess we'll talk about the winners.
We'll talk about the winners, and probably the next time we're here talking about it, we'll have a little bit to go off of what's happened after everyone got out the villa and see what they do with their newfound fame.
Yeah.
Okay, so next Hot Off the Shelf topic is Justin Bieber dropped a new album. He called this album Swag. So this is very fresh. It came out
so fresh,
like a day or two ago. I've been listening on repeat because I really want to get a feel for it and like come up with my opinion. Obviously, I think we need a little bit more time with it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's even less about like the music and just the fact that he released an album is crazy.
In light of like everything that's like been going on with him.
I think that's why it's such like a wow moment, because he has been in heat for years now, honestly, but so much these past couple months, like we were saying in the beginning of the episode, we've talked about Justin Bieber and his crash outs, for lack of a better term, but a lot of people have been wondering, like, is JB okay?
Yeah.
And his loyal followers and supporters like you and I, like I'll never not defend Justin Bieber. I've said it a million times, but I think he's been through so much in his life, and like he's valid for—
Leave Justin alone.
Just leave him alone. I will tattoo it on my forehead, leave JB alone, but I think he's fine. Now, after this album, he's fine.
He's fine. He's totally okay.
He has that one song I was listening to, Go Baby. It's all about Hailey Bieber, and I feel like he's directly addressing with us, the sorry people. We're fine. Leave us alone. He talks about Hailey.
Everything else is noise. People are always going to form their opinions. Everything else is noise.
I love that so much. He actually says that in the song. He's talking about obviously comforting Hailey, and he's basically says like, she's always getting the people talking, but I just he basically just saying like, it's just you and me. It doesn't matter. Like, we have our family. She's an icon. Why? If you're Hailey Bieber, you've won at life.
You've won at life.
And I think that probably she just knows that, and she's like, we're fine.
She does know.
Yeah.
And like all like the road of it all.
Yeah. She's a billionaire. Good. She's good. His music is amazing. Daisies is my number one.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so
That's
old.
my favorite.
Me too. It's so like old JB. He's so talented.
He is. Like in Daisy, I was telling you this, that I feel like you can hear like his inner child. I don't know what it is about that song.
It is.
But I'm like, I hear you in there.
We knew you were in there.
You were in there.
And that's why I feel so like strongly about Justin Bieber. He's been so famous for so long, and he's always handled it really well. He's gone through a lot, just like all young stars have. But
so here's my question about all the thing. Like, him being on stage with SZA, the Vogue cover caption, all of it. Do you think it was kind of like leading up to releasing this album, like to keep him, I mean, he's always in the media, always in the limelight, but do you think it was to get people constantly talking about him?
I definitely think that plays a part. I think it was some
like, was it a stunt?
Or a bit of propaganda almost. I don't know if it was like so calculated that he was purposefully doing these things, but I think he started to care a lot less about not doing these things because he knows he's fine. He knows his marriage is solid. He knows that he has this amazing album coming out that I think he just kind of stopped caring.
And just let it be.
Yeah, like I don't know if because I thought about this a lot too, and I've seen people like talk about this. I don't know if he purposefully was like, I'm going to go on stage and dance with SZA to make people talk. I think he was just like, I'm going to go on stage and do what I want. I don't care. I don't care
what an ugly rat thinks about
me. Literally Justin's inner monologue. Why would I give it what an ugly rat thinks about me? That's Justin. And I don't blame him. Haley
as
too.
He should.
Yeah. And like so he also has a song with Sexy Red, which not my fave, but I still love him. But like her I don't know. Her verse is just not my fave. That's all.
I love when Drewski's like, you really pronounce business. When I say it, I say business.
I stand on business. I'm like, yeah. Justin's like, I'm sorry. Do I need to redo that clip? Like, but I think to your point, not that it was a stunt, but it was just all part of it. Like he put that in his songs. I like how
you said that. Like he stopped caring about these things being out there. So I think that kind of makes most sense for me. That lands.
He leans in. I think he leaned in, and that's what this album is.
Think like once you stop caring and you realize, oh wait, I am getting attention.
Who cares? And like you said, it's all. I think that's the biggest thing we could take from Justin
Bieber.
Yeah. Why would that's it?
It doesn't matter.
He's Justin Bieber.
Let him.
Yeah, and I think like you said, it's all just noise. I think that's a lesson we could take from this. We need to take out a page of Justin and Haley's book. It's all noise.
Episode title.
Yeah.
Hot off the shelf. It's all noise.
It's all noise. When you have a family and you have a career that you're passionate about, and both of them do. She gets to do what she loves. He gets to do what he loves. They have a beautiful baby. Like, who cares?
It is what it is.
So we stand. We'll keep listening.
Our next topic. The Disney, it's just like the cruise ships. Makes you kind of like not want to go on a cruise. The Disney cruise incident and a poop cruise doc. Yes, we said poop cruise. So horrifying news. I'm sure like it's been circulating everywhere. So I'm sure everyone's heard. A child fell off a Disney cruise ship recently and her dad like just full send jumped over. I think any parent would have done that in that moment. Like as scary as that is, like you're going in. Thankfully they were both rescued. But it's definitely bringing up a deeper conversation around like cruise safety in general. And there were different stories circulating. Like I think one like was saying that she was sitting on the rail and she fell over and the dad jumped in. But what I did hear is that the rescue was so swift and so quick.
Super quick, yeah.
So that's always good. So this was happening right around the time that Trainwreck, that series on Netflix, dropped the poop cruise doc. It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that this happened. So thousands of people were stranded in the Gulf of Mexico after a Carnival cruise ship lost power. Toilets stopped working. People were literally walking around in sewage. They were eating ketchup on buns, sleeping in tents. And then at one point in the documentary, one of the workers were just like, yeah, open bar. Like this will make people happy in the moment, which it did. And then fights started to break out.
Yep.
Just craziness.
Like chaos.
So now it's kind of like, cruise ships.
Do I want to go on a cruise?
Question mark? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Where are we at with cruises?
Yeah, it's been cruise heavy in the news. As far as like the dad, yes, he did what I would hope most dads would do. And that was very heroic of him. And it's actually a miracle that they were fine, because I don't think the little girl could swim, at least not very well. That's what I've heard that her mom was saying. But I didn't realize this, because I guess when you think just, okay, somebody falls off a cruise ship, like just go rescue them. Like what? They can paddle, like tread water for a little bit, but there's so much more that goes into it that I've learned from this Disney incident that like the cruise ship cannot just stop. It takes a lot more than that. They have to travel a little bit longer. If you're too close to a cruise ship while it's driving, you'll get sucked under by the propellers or whatever. So it's more than just getting out there. And yeah. So they did a great job with that. Very scary story, but thankfully it ended in a very nice way. I'm sure that Disney cruise cruises have taken on a lot of responsibility with keeping everybody safe. So it is scary that it happened, but I guess anything can happen. So
be prepared for whatever.
Yeah, you have to be, when you're with your kids around water, you just have to be.
It's the scariest thing. I'm like,
I hate it. I hate being around my water with my kids. No matter what, you just, no matter how much you think you're watching them, like, you have to watch better.
Intrusive thoughts just take over.
Yes.
I hate it.
Me too. I actually hate it too.
I actually hate it.
But on a funnier note, the poop cruise thing, it's not funny what happened by any means. Like, I'm sure trauma, but it was insane to watch how that all happened. And it's like, where did the negligence go wrong? I'm sure that there was...
that one lawyer was like, that cruise ship should have never been set to roll.
And it did.
And
look what happened. But like, just poop in a bag. Like, they were being like, I get it. It's disgusting, but what you gonna do? Like, if you gotta go, because the girls were like, I'm not pooping. Like, I'm gonna hold it. It's like, well, girl, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're all doing it. So. And
then, I mean, everything backed up.
That is definitely a biohazard, by the way. Like, that's very unsafe to just be living amongst feces just out in the open like that.
Yeah. I mean, people were like sleeping on like the Lido deck. Mm-hmm. It was just very, it didn't feel like it was of this world.
It didn't.
That's the only way I could like, I mean, you think you're going on vacation and then you're stranded.
What a freaking nightmare.
Open water.
No AC.
There's sewage and just
nightmare
backed up everywhere. Like, all I could think of was like, oh my gosh, what if like my little family and my baby like went on a cruise and that happened.
And you're literally
your baby
and you're stranded completely.
No.
I hate that story.
No.
We're not doing it.
The arms crossed. I was getting very serious about that conversation. Okay, what's next?
Last topic we have is the Mormon Wives reunion. So, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 2 aired. All the drama happened, and we did get a reunion on Hulu. So, here's the scoop from the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 2 reunion. It was definitely a dramatic one. Jesse addressed the allegations of infidelity that had been swirling, teasing that more details will be revealed in Season 3. So, definitely a cliffhanger there. Demi was notably absent from the reunion, but her name did come up a lot, especially regarding some flirty texts with Marciano from Vanderpump Villa. Definitely some juicy crossover drama there, but on a more serious note, Connor opened up about his childhood trauma, and Layla shared her journey with body dysmorphia, adding some real depth and emotional layers to the reunion. So my overall thoughts around the reunion was that it just felt very like heavy, the whole thing.
It was a very, very heavy reunion.
Wasn't it? It was sad topics, just dark energy. I didn't like it. I almost stopped watching, honestly. I was like, this is going to make me depressed.
Yeah, and I saw some negative feedback about Nick Viall hosting.
Really?
Some people didn't love him. I thought he did a okay job.
I think he did a decent job. That's a lot of personalities to juggle. He also has a close relationship with a lot of those women because he has them on his podcast all the time. So I do think him as a host kind of made sense. People love to hate Nick Viall. They really do. I see criticism of him all the time, and I see criticism of him being the guy who always gets like the interviews with these big reality stars, but I don't mind
People love to hate. I'm learning that.
Period.
It doesn't matter who you are.
They love to hate anything that you do. And again, I think he just says it's all noise. Like, he's getting millions of views. Why would he not keep doing this? But I think he did an okay job. I mean, he definitely had like an awkward moment with Whitney. She kind of like expressed that she felt like targeted by him. But I mean, he's got to call out the behavior that makes you a good host. Like, to keep questioning. Like, nothing's more infuriating than like those Love is Blind reunions when like the hosts give nothing. They don't ask follow-up questions. Like, you want to know more. They're just like, okay, next.
They break the fourth wall.
Yeah. Or they talk about themselves. Very weird.
Very weird.
So I think he did a good job. But yeah, it just felt heavy. Like, all the topics were really dark. And these girls just shouldn't be friends. Like, they all hate each other. They don't respect and support each other.
It's not a real group of friends. Like, I feel like they keep trying to like push that narrative. Not that like friends don't go through shit like that.
Right.
But I do think there's like a deep hatred for one another.
Really?
On a different level.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a they have jealous nature.
Taylor is just, I like Taylor.
I love Taylor. I really enjoy watching her, but I think it's sad. Like, she needs to like.
I think being on TV is probably not healthy right now. I don't know.
Her and Dakota just were like making me sad. I'm like, you guys really just need to like work this out. Like, it's just, you don't need to be doing this on TV. Right? It was all just sad. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like Taylor a lot, but they need to figure their life out.
Who I really, really like? Connor.
I like Connor a lot too. I think he stands beside. No, it's okay. He stands beside his wife, and he's honest about his
Whitney
feelings.
stands beside him too.
That's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him.
And I'm gonna stick beside him. I think Connor, even before he kind of like opened up about the sexual abuse, I still was like, I really like Connor. Like he messed up, but I don't know. There was something
like endearing about him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I felt that way about him in season 1 as well, but especially in season 2.
Yes. There was just something about, and I think you can tell like the cast, I think, feels the same way about Connor. I don't know. The men, like, I like the men.
I like the men. They're fine.
Yeah.
And I even, Jen's husband grew on me as well.
Yes.
But it's like, yeah, I agree. There's something very endearing about Connor. I like him too. And even the way they treated Jen, it's like, she might not be perfect, but she was really going through something, and just, she wasn't met with any grace from her friends. It was just a lot.
It was a lot. I did feel bad for Jen too, because I think that was like a real mental
episode
health spiral. Yeah. And I think
it's like a crisis. Mm-hmm. Now, to wrap up about Demi and Jesse, like Demi flopped this season. She did not come across in a good way. No matter what type of edits she got, she just did. It wasn't a good look.
I loved her so much in season 1.
I know.
Like, I was such a Demi stan.
Me too.
But she really I think she just let the success of the show get in her head.
I agree completely. And that's just what it was. And it's like, you can't understand she had like obligations to go to Disney World or whatever, but that's surely, they need to have that in their contract. You have to come to the reunion. You can't cause all this drama on the season and then have, not be there to speak on it.
And I think fans would have loved to see her. Yeah. I wanted to see her.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like,
it felt like a cop-out. And that's just where I stand with that.
Totally. And then the Jessie thing, like, okay, girl, give us nothing. Like, did you cheat on your husband or not? Like, she wouldn't say it. I guess contractually, maybe they need to talk about it in season 3, but I'm bored of it.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah, it's like you
and I
know
have y'all all are saving that because we all want to know, and you're going to say it in season 3, and I feel like it's going to be a no.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be this big nothing burger. And even if it is this big thing, well, I'm not going to care anymore. You've built this up so much, and he's asking you directly, did you sleep with Marciano? She's like, well, I'm going through a lot with my husband, and we'll just have to see in season 3. It's like, okay, I'm bored.
Yeah,
I'm tired. Well, I think that was it.
I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah, I think we wrapped it up in a bow. There was lots to talk about. I'm excited to come back here and like really wrap Love Island in a bow. I'm ready to move on and see what it's time. See what they do with next season. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a review. Leave us a little review. Let us know what you think. We love you guys so much. You can watch this entire video on YouTube at Q&A Network. We'll have it linked. And then all of our streaming platforms, the Open Books podcast.
Yes. Your love and support just means so much to us. So,
tink. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.